Welcome back, everybody. Just Cardboard. Hey, we're going to talk about the Peking Card Show. Peking Card Show was yesterday at 4/18/26. Yesterday at the Event Center in Pekin, Illinois. DGA was on site for grading. Such stands will be open. Bathrooms will be open. I'm going to flat tell you, people, I didn't make this show. I had a table arranged up, and I was going to go. I didn't make it. I did not make it. The reason I didn't make it was welcome to springtime in the United States. Had severe storms go through Friday night, and I was getting ready to go to the card show. Went outside and looked at the house in the garage. I'm like, whoa, I'm not going nowhere. We had severe hail. It shredded my siding, shredded my screens on my windows, and I got some roof damage. So I had to notify Steve and tell him I couldn't make it because of the storm damage on my house. I ended up Friday just being on the phone with the insurance agent. She put in a claim for me, and then the claim person from the insurance company calls me and telling me in the next couple of days there's going to be an adjuster out there looking at my house. So I did not make the Peking Card Show. I apologize for Steve for backing out, because I'm one of those people. If I tell you I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. But you know, everybody has life. Life takes a turn sometimes, and sometimes we can't make things that we promise due to unseen circumstances. And this one was because the severe storm came through, caused a significant amount of hail damage to my house. So I didn't make that show. But I'm not going to go through the sad story of my house and the storm damage, because a lot of people had a lot worse than I did. So I'm fortunate my house is still standing. My roof's, still attached to my house. Some people are not. Some people severed, total losses. A lot more structural damage than me, like roofs and walls are gone or trees are fell through it. So I'm very fortunate compared to some other people. So I'm not going to go on a soapbox and feel sorry for me, because I'm not, because there's a lot of people had a lot worse than I did. So, but we are going to talk about the DGA Michael Jordan special. Yes, Blaine had the Michael Jordan grading special for $9 a slab. $9 a slab. I mean, there's cheaper out there. We talked about the alternative grading companies. You see there's a wall, just a wall I put Jordan's. I kind of got every grading company that I think I got Jordan with. Couple here. This is Jim Mint Grading. This was what I'm calling the COVID grading company, because they no longer exist. When all the grading companies jacked up prices, like PSA, it was like $1,000 to have a card graded or something stupid, just because they was backed up during COVID. This company kind of rose through. I think they have $17 a card to get graded or something like that. So I was selling like 5 or 6 cards in a month or something like that to these guys. I mean, I just got started back in the hobby. So those guys are Jim Mint was in there. That was kind of like I said, I'm going to call that a COVID grading company. Let's get these guys out of here, because they kind of changed. So first of all, we have the CSG. They used to have everybody. Their specials too, like 50 cards for like, one time it was $8. I think I did one order of that, and I think they had 50 cards for $12. I think I did one order of that. There's a couple Jordan cards, the CSGs. I've done that grading company. That grading company turned from the green label CSGs to the black label CSGs. Now they've actually turned to another company called CGC. So their grading scale is pretty rough here. They lighten up the grading scale and change the labels to here. Now they're CVG, because they combine their Pokemon and sports cards all together. So I got some cards from Michael Jordan from them. Nice 10. I actually pulled that out of a $2 box or something at a card shop. So we'll grab a couple of these. Here's another Jordans. These are tags. I was doing tag grading companies. I like tags. That's a 5. That's an 8.5. Like I said, there's no On these grading companies so far, there's no sub. Well, the only ones that did have subgrades was the COVID company I had here. They had subgrades on their labels that told you what your centering, your surface, and edges and corners were. They had a QR code in the back. I haven't used them for a while, so I mean, like I said, they're not even in existence anymore. So I don't think. But here's tag. I did some tag stuff too. Here's a couple of these. A couple of A's from SGC of Michael Jordan. This is a retirement card right here. Here's one where he's in baseball with the White Sox. Upper Deck Minor League, Michael Jordan. So, yeah. So there's a couple SGCs. Picked this one up at a card show. You know, these are, you get those metal 10s, those BCCGs that it's like a bucket or some cheap form of bucket that you bust us out here, you're not going to get a 10. Plain and simple. It's just not going to happen. So that was a cheaper form of bucket. Here's these things here. You can WCGs, you know, that says it's 10. These are, they sell a lot of gold cards and they say they're 10s. And this one's actually serial numbered. And all the serial numbers are different. So I figured, oh, we just want to get big serial number. And that's not. They're all different. They're not all the same serial number like some of the cards you see. But these are kind of like if you know somebody's a Michael Jordan fan and doesn't have nothing like this, and you want to get him something for like a birthday or Christmas, and you see one of these and you can pick them up halfway cheap, you know, spend a few bucks, you know, we're talking $50 or something or less. 60 to, I've seen people have $100 on them. I wasn't paying $100 because I know where I can get them, and I probably got 60. I probably do 50 on each of mine. Like I said, you're making a little bit of money. He'll help me have, you know, and we're going to talk about DGA, and I have a DGA one up here. I have a couple DGA ones up here too. Here's a DGA one right here. 1995-96 Upper Deck, number 23. You know, that's a card number 23. I've actually got his report card printed out in the back of this one. It got an 8. But, you know, like I said, DGA has the subgrades up there. So, this is a nice one. Upper Deck. Card number 23, 1995-96. That's a DGA. And of course, we got the anonymous. Oh no, I got it where I can't get it out of there. PSA. This is the icon. Icon from the Chicago land area. I mean, you got two icons. You got Michael Jordan. You got Harry Carey was the announcers for the Cubs. So I mean, I'm not a Cubs fan, but I would actually watch a Cubs game, especially the bottom of the 7th, because Harry Carey would sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I would watch just the Cub game, just to hear Harry Carey just sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Seriously, I'm not a Cubs fan, but I'd listen to Harry Carey. It was great how him and the whole crowd got into it. We talked about alternative grading companies. There's one I bought off. So Michael Jordan, I bought off eBay. This is a MPE company. I was thinking about sending some cards to these guys. What are these guys, $5 a card or something? I haven't done these guys yet. As far as sending anything to grade, yeah, they're like $5 a card. Nothing fancy about them. Got a nice shiny label. Got a QR code. This is 9.5. I picked this up cheap. I'm like, that's a pretty good grade. And you can see the centering's off. I don't know how I got 9.5 because you can see it's a heck of a lot wider here than it is there. So is that a 9.5? Probably really not. They don't have no subgrades on it. But I just want to show you guys an MPE. I picked this up. I picked these two raw ones up at a eBay auction, a live auction. Black Diamond. I picked up one of them pretty cheap, and I think somebody caught on that what they were, and I was bidding on them, and one went a little higher, like about twice as high as the other one, so I stopped because one went just stupid money. I'm like, no, can't do it. I think one was like $2, the other one was like $5. These Upper Deck Black Diamonds are nice cards. Like the look of those. I didn't have any of those. There's a YouTube thing on that some guy says, you know, buy Michael Jordans for $10 and under. And then he had another series of buying Michael Jordan's $20 to $50. It was kind of neat. Some of the raw cards he was selling between $20 and $50 was like the Flair metal. I don't have any Michael Jordan Flair metal. I think I might have to go purchase one if I go find one at a card show. We've talked about alternative grading companies. Reason we talk about alternative grading companies, because we've talked a little bit about this, because we talked about this on one of my shows. We got this Kobe Bryant rookie I paid comps for, it's $20. But if this thing scores anything less than a PSA 9, I'm not going to get my money out of it. So that's where some of these other grading companies come in. You got to find one that's really decent, though. This is where DGA comes in as a alternative grading company. Yeah, they're more than $5. But we're going to talk about the DGA Michael Jordan special. This is like the last week of February. Michael Jordan's birthday is in the last week of February, so DGA having a special. So we'll go through these. This is my largest DGA order ever. 40 Michael Jordan cards. A couple of them he didn't grade because they're not licensed. He quit grading unlicensed cards, so that's fine. But we're going to go through these real quick. 92 Flair. I got a and these are not no high-end cards. I just grade them because there's Michael Jordans, and I'm just going to keep them for my PC purposes. Will I sell one or two if I got some doubles? Yeah, sure will. So there's a 92 Flair. Subgrades are there. This is the basic black and white label, a half Flair. Another Michael Jordan 2000 separate Upper Deck SP Rookie Editions. Got an 8. Like I said, just a black and white label. Nice looking card. This is the 92 Upper Deck Fantasia. Is that thing they call it? I got this in a PSA too. I think it was an 8 too. I got this card in a PSA also. Holograms don't do really good at all with DGA, I found out. Award winner holograms. Scoring, this is a 91 Upper Deck. Nice card. AW1, nice card. 5.5. 96 Hoops, Michael Jordan, 6. This is one of those top 10 from that guy on the YouTube that says this is one of the, $10 cards you can buy at a card show. This has got 6. This is the Upper Deck Skylights. So it got 6. That was a red border one too. I think the last one had a red border on it. So the labels changed a little bit here. So this is a Michael Jordan 1996 Upper Deck MJ Metal. Okay. Huh, never picked that up somewhere. I can't remember where I got that. It must have been on eBay or a card show or something. But there's that one. I pick up Michael Jordan's. I just put them in my top loader binder and I wait till DGA has this. There's another Michael Jordan. Top prospects. So North Carolina. He's in his college uni. So this one got the lowest. And I was kind of shocked when I seen this. And this is Michael Jordan 2018 Flurry Haynes MJ 30th Anniversary All-Star. I was shocked when I seen this one. That must be some... Boy, it really hit it. Oh, surface. Must be some scratches on the hologram because it got 3.5 on the surface. Because everything else was 9.95. So the surface really killed this one. So it must have been scratches on the hologram. And, that's the bad thing about holograms. You got some scratches, they just nail you on the surface for them. 95 Topps Michael Jordan, 5.5. Edges were 6, corners were 7.5, and surface was a 5. Like I said, I didn't look real closely at these. I just kind of grabbed them. I didn't check them out. I was going to send them to DGA because this is one of my biggest DGA orders. Here's an iconic card, the 1990 Flair, which has got the same border on the label as it does here. They're red and blue, identical. So I like how DGA does that. I mean, don't get me wrong, tag is simple. But same card. Different grading company. We've got DGA with a 7. We've got a tag with an 8.5. I think I got a PSA in this one too. So I got some, besides Michael Jordan, I do collect Bo Jackson too, so I'm not going to ditch anything. These cards here, when he did his special, wasn't including the rare air, so I actually had to pay a little extra. I think $9 on this one. I think I got the show price of 12 on the rare air, but this one got a 7. I have a PSA 7, I think, in this one too. Somewhere, I thought. I don't have it out here with me. Of rare air. So, and you can pick up these PSA ones like this. There's a PSA rare air one, right? And it's a 6. You can pick these up pretty cheap off eBay. Seriously. I just did it because I'm going to collect Michael Jordans. Well, I've been collecting Michael Jordans and just saving. Here's a 91 Hoops, NBA Champions, 1991. Got 7. Team picture in the back. I like these tributes, Jordan tributes. 97 Upper Deck. Got a 7. Those are nice looking cards. Got a 7 on this 1996 Upper Deck. So, another rare air card. This one got a 5. I was kind of shocked on this one. I thought these rare airs are going to be pretty good. There's another rare air here I really like with Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan in it. Got a 5 on this one. I actually even did some of these. These are the 97 Upper Deck International stickers. I got a 5 on the sticker. I got another sticker I did really well. But the Upper Deck stickers, they even grade stickers. So, I mean, like I said, you just don't have to have cards. You can have stickers. They're the only company that does, like, the star team bags, grades the team bags. So, if you got, like, an 84 star Chicago Bulls team bag with Michael Jordan in it, yeah, there you go. Have it graded. DGA does it. Upper Deck, 1995 championship, Michael Jordan, 5.5. Here we go. There's a 94 Upper Deck Collector's Choice. Michael Jordan doing a little golfing. Here's the iconic card I had in PSA. I just showed you. I actually got it in a DGA, which that PSA was a, what was the PSA one? It was a 7. Actually, I got DGA. It's a 7.5. So, the iconic Chicago card from 2 Chicago icons, which was Michael Jordan and Harry Carey. Yeah, nice card. So I got 2 of these. I got a DGA and I got a PSA. I'll probably keep them both because I'm not from Chicago, but I am from Illinois. Just a couple of Chicago icons. Here comes another Fantasia. This is the 7.5 of the Larry Bird and the Michael Jordan 92 Upper Deck. And you can't forget about Michael Jordan in baseball. White Sox top prospect, 1995 Upper Deck minor league, 7.5. This is when Michael Jordan was retiring from basketball and go to baseball. So they went back to basketball again. But here's another iconic. I like this rare air. This is rare air one with the Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, where Scotty's rubbing Michael Jordan's head. That's an awesome picture. Like that one. 7.5 on that one. 1998 Upper Deck. 7.5. You'll see a lot of these in these BC things too, like this. But this was I got this one graded DGA. 2008 Upper Deck Michael Jordan Legacy Collection. I got an 8 on that one. Actually, everything turned out pretty decent except for the corners. I got an 8 on the 7.5 on the corners and 8 on the edges. I got a 9 and 9.5 on surface and centering. So, there's a kind of got like a gold or yellow label border on this one. Like I said, centering corners hit this one too. The corners were 7.5. The centering was 10 and surface was a 9. So, nice card. 2008 Upper Deck Legacy Collection. This was like the Chicago Bulls, Jordan, Pittman, and Rodman right up front. I mean the 90s. I mean, you talk about the Bulls and you talk about the 90s. There's the three guys right there. 96 Upper Deck. It's got 9. I got a 9.5 in here too. I think that was the highest one I had was a 9.5. This has got a 9. Love, nice looking card. Chicago Bulls team. Here's the 9.5, the 2009 Upper Deck, number 23. Yep, 9.5. Everything looked good. The edges got 10. Everything else got 9.5. Nice looking card. 97 upper deck. I got 7. Edges and corners hit this card, and you can see some whitening up in that corner. So you can see the edges are just kind of not quite the 90-degree square like you need. It had like a little rounding to it. So and that's, they nail you on it, and especially on upper deck, they'll nail you on the hologram, especially if they're like shaped like a base, like for baseball. If that hologram is shifted one way or the other, they nail you on the centering of that hologram on baseball cards. I've learned that too. 97 upper deck Michael Jordan tributes a 7.5. Corners really hit this one. Centering was off too. They nailed it on centering. So some of these cards, I don't understand the centering real well, unless they're just talking about how Michael Jordan's an edge here to hedge here. I guess I guess that's what they're talking about on this one. The ones with borders, the ones with borders, you can kind of tell the centering. I mean, is it a little wider here compared to here? Is it a little wider here? I mean, those you can kind of tell. They're easier to tell with the borders on it. With those borderless cards, I have a hard time with those. Here's what I like about their labels. This is a Skybox, 95 Skybox premium. 7.5, how they match the labels of the card. This is what I like about DGA and Danny. Danny does the labels up there at DGA. Does a wonderful job. Every time I do an order with DGA, I just gave it to the grader's choice on the label. He actually made this label look like this card. Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, I get black and white. I'm fine with the black and white. Here's another one. Here's one of those upper deck stickers that got a 9. So you can see their stickers are not moving. Their stickers don't move in there. I mean, like some of these other grading companies, the cards, the stickers will actually move. Oh, that one did shift a little bit. Oh, they do shift a little bit, I guess. Not as bad as, I mean, I can grab a PSA and just click, 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 click. You can hear it rattling in there. They're terrible. Hanes, I like this 2018 Fleur Hanes. It got an 8. Love to look at these Hanes. When I see these Hanes cards, I got them off of eBay. Like a buck a piece. I grabbed them. I mean, this is, Michael Jordan did Hanes commercials back in the day. Yeah. And then Fleur came out with these Hanes cards. I found these on eBay for a buck a piece, and I picked them up. This is the McDonald's card. I remember when Dad and I were collecting cards back in the 90s like this. Dad and I had this card. I remember Dad was taking a pen and writing down on a piece of paper and didn't pay attention. This card was right underneath and just etched up the surface because he was pushing down on that piece of paper and his card was underneath that paper, and I thought, Dad, quit. He marked it up. That's memories of my dad. He's not here with me anymore, so kind of memories of my dad. I like the golden arches. They'll nail you on centering on something like that if the arches are not up and down. I mean, there's grading companies that nail you on centering for that on the back. What do we get for centering here? We got 9. So surface got 7.5 and edges got an 8.5. So surface really killed this one. Of course, you talk about 90s cards. It's hard to get something graded at 10 in the 90s. So 1997 Topps Stadium Club. This is a team of the 90s. This is another one of those cards that guy picked for one of his top 10s for $10 or less. Another iconic card. I mean, it's just not Michael Jordan. It's the Chicago Bulls, but Michael Jordan's in there. You got Dennis Rodman there. You got Scottie Pippen. I mean, very iconic team card of the 90s. Nice one. Here's the another one of those Hanes cards. Fleur for Hanes. Michael Jordan got an 8. Here's an 8.5/99 upper deck. MJ athlete of the century. 8.5 DGA. Another rare air. Like I said, he didn't give me the $9 special on this one. This was like the show special, since I did draw these off the show. 8.5. Centering and corners got an 8.5. Edges got an 8, and surface got a 9. So I mean, this is a solid 8.5 card. And here's a 9, a 1999 Upper Deck Athlete of the Century. It got a 9. This is number 59. Like I said, corners got an 8.5. That's what hurt this one, because everything else was 9, 9.5. Corners. And you got it. I mean, if there's any rounding of corners where it's not like a totally a 90-degree angle, or there's a little white in the corner, you're going to get nailed. So, hey, that's what I had for DGA. I didn't make the peek and show. Prayers for anybody else that went through that storm and lost everything, and prayers for them. May God be with them and bless them in the future. Maybe something come out better for them at the end. Like I said, I had some minor storm damage compared to what other people had, so I am blessed to not have the major storm damage like some other people. Some other people lost everything, so I'm not going to get feel sorry for me, because there's a lot of people that had it worse than I did by far. I'm just fortunate my house is still standing, my roof is still on top of my house, and not in somebody else's yard. That being said, I'm good. Like I said, here's all my, this is not all of them, but here's like different grading companies and raw of Michael Jordan's, and I do have some of them. I do sell these. I do sell those. Some of the other stuff is going to just be PC. I'm actually going to buy another Apache case, probably from Harbor Freight, just for my Michael Jordan cards. I think I'm just going to, everything that's graded Michael Jordan is just going to go in another Apache case from Harbor Freight. And I'll go from there. Well, that's all I have for you. Bye for now, and catch you later, and see ya.